Okay, so from now on, let's dive into the Kubernetes cluster network. So I made a network diagram here. As you can see, this is big IP. This is the Kubernetes cluster network. It has two nodes, master node, worker node, and master node has two pods, the buildbox pod, nginx pod, pod IP, and yeah. So this O, see this O marked by O is the overlay network, what I call the VXLAN overlay network. It's a logical virtual network. Marked by U is the underlayer network, or the physical network, or can be your cloud or data center network, you know. So those are this is the node physical interface, big IP VLAN, and Flannel is the Flannel VXLAN interface. Big IP Flannel VXLAN interface. So that's why they are logical overlay VXLAN network. And this is the container network interface bridge. This is the Ethernet virtual Ethernet pair. So this is a virtual interface on the node. This is the interface on the container, in the container or the pod. Same in the pod interface, the virtual interface pair. So any packet come in out through this interface, it's mirrored to this interface, and this virtual interface all belong to this container network interface bridge. They are member of the bridge. So the bridge can bridge the network, and then so it's what goes through the Flannel. Yeah. So say for example, if my buildbox pod wanted to communicate with this nginx pod, so how the network go, how the traffic, the packet goes through which interface? So it will go like buildbox. Say I curl HTTP request to this nginx pod. So basically, the curl HTTP request will go through this interface, and then goes through the virtual interface pair in the load, then goes through the bridge, and then go up here to the Flannel interface, VXLAN interface, and then it should go through this underlay network interface, the load interface, going through this underlay network, and here, goes through the underlay network, goes through this workload physical network interface, and then come here, go through this VXLAN Flannel interface, come to this container bridge, and then go through this interface, virtual interface, and then the Nginx pod Ethernet 0 interface. So that's how the packet is routed from here all the way here, 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 here. So you can actually run TCP down. You can run TCP down here, here, and here, and here, and here. So you will see that the packet go through. Again, so this is like that's the packet physically will go through those interface, but logically, and it's just like this overlay network. So it's a logical virtual network on top of your underlay network. If you are in the cloud, you just care about this. You don't need to care about how these are networked together, and so like physically all this node could be in a different data center, and or physically in separate place, and you don't care about then you have this logical VXLAN overlay network. Yeah, so I'll dive into in the next episode. I will dive into and see how the packet actually goes through this, how it knows from this interface to this interface to this container bridge, and to this VXLAN interface. Yeah, how the decision is made to go through those interface, and how those interfaces are created from the code, and yeah, that would be interesting. Yeah, I hope you understand the whole network diagram.